It has allowed information to be readily accessible by anyone. It has allowed small businesses to compete with large businesses. It has opened the gates of opportunity for creators and consumers. It is the open web.
Net neutrality is basically a principle that states that the governments or our internet service providers can't restrict our access to the internet or its content there. So basically that means, all the websites, any video, any netcast, basically anything that uses a form of distribution on the internet can't be, is unfettered, or it can't be restricted.
So net neutrality to me means the ability to play ball on a level playing field. And what I mean by that, as a small business owner, I can potentially attack the same markets and same audiences as heavy hitters such as Google, Apple, and a free market, in this case the internet. It means that content is king. There isn't preferential treatment in either direction. It's a democratic approach where freedom of speech is really in its purest form.
As a small business owner, net neutrality in search and social media has become a key tool in the way we do business. A lot of our communication is done through the internet, or methods that require the internet. We used to contact the majority of our clients through email, but we find that certain clients are actually easier to contact through Facebook, since they tend to check their Facebook more often on their computers, or they'll check the Facebook notifications on their phone rather than their email until they have, more time to check their email. Search-wise, sometimes a client will ask us to find something obscure, or an obscure way to solve a problem. And Google usually does a good job of finding us the site we need to use that non-conventional method to solve one of their problems.
Why, might you ask, is net neutrality so important? Well, if the web were closed, search engine results could theoretically be sold to larger firms, making success for independent business owners nearly impossible. Additionally, net neutrality prevents government censorship, giving everyone a voice and forcing government transparency. Without this, we have nothing.
The option for net neutrality has seriously helped my small personal internet business be discovered by millions of people all around the world. Now, if net neutrality were abolished, this wouldn't be so. Reason being, net neutrality gives these million-dollar conglomerate businesses the option to pretty much lower you down in these search rankings. Now, currently, you have the option to search for whatever you want on the internet, and with net neutrality, you'll still have that option. But say, for instance, you want to look for my small internet business website, because what I have to offer is something that a lot of companies out there aren't offering. Now, when you search for me, you'll probably hit a blockade of some sort. Now, that pretty much cuts off the small businessman, and this has been done in current day society as far as business in the real world aside from the internet, and I would never like to see it happen on the internet ever.
The internet would definitely be impacted in a negative way. Search results, for example, could be bought out, leading people away from your website or from your video that they were originally looking for. All these Occupy UC Davis and Occupy LA videos that everyone sees on YouTube, all those could be hidden or just simply taken down, and those are causing a huge controversy over the internet, which is basically serves as a bulletin board for anyone to post their feelings or their concerns. The internet community would basically lose their First Amendment or their freedom of speech. Then, therefore, that's essentially taking away from what makes it so great.
If the internet was restricted and regulated by service providers or lobbyists of big business, it would affect all small business owners directly, much like a monopoly would affect the small mom and pop shop down the street. Social media alone is the lifeblood of my organization. Keep the internet neutral.
No, internet neutrality is not perfect, and yes, it does need supporting laws, but look how well the open internet is done. Information is easily accessible, making government organizations honest and small businesses receive the chance to succeed. By removing net neutrality, the web becomes closed, monopolies are formed, piracy becomes more malevolent, privacy is violated, freedom ends, and tyranny begins.